Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Well, I'm still on my paper pumpkin. I am this close to being done, y'all. I have 3 card bases left and I think probably 2 little characters, a kite, a little thing of flowers. So we'll have to see what I can come up with that. I do have, actually, I know video number 11 will be 6x6 scrapbook pages using the front part, these frames, which are perfect. I'm doing some pictures that I had printed of my grandson this last summer of going to Deschutes, the water fountain park, and a few other things. So this is February 2022's Paper Pumpkin Sunshine and Smiles. This was the kit here. You got to do 9 cards. My little dog better lay herself down. And it came with little dies and an add-on for $6, which I know they are sold out. We're going to use an envelope punch board to make our own envelopes, and I made my note cards. So let me show you what we're doing. Well, I didn't put down that the set of 4 note cards, 3.5 by 5. You can make them yourself or buy them. I'm making homemade envelopes as I didn't have any and I didn't have any note cards, but I think these are going to be a sweet little set. So for the envelopes, you will need to cut 4 at 6 7/8 by 6 7/8, and I'm using just plain old printer paper. So here is my, you can see this is got my measurements on it. I tried to follow the envelope punch board's measurements and I didn't like them. And I got a whole bunch of scrap envelopes in my recycle bin because they were just a little too big and I didn't like it. So I'm gonna show you how I made my envelopes, and let me show you. So here are my 4 note cards. And here are my little envelopes to go with them. Now, these are mailable size envelopes. I did glue these 3 down. And I liked them nice and tight. Here, if I can get it in straight and not get caught. I liked it nice and tight. I didn't like that the measurements on the punch board were a little too big for me. So, and don't be afraid to try new things, y'all. I've had this envelope punch board for a while. It's not Stampin' Up's. I know they did make one. I was not stamping at the time they came out with one. So I had to go out and get a different one. So we're going to make our envelopes, and let's see. I think I'm going to give you, go ahead and give you the measurements. You will need to cut 4 layers of cardstock at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. I did them in 4 different colors. So I did Mango Melody, Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, and Calypso Coral. You can choose, if you choose to do this, use what you have, of course. Now, DSP from the card base kits, you will cut 3 because the 4th one is using the trash piece that most people throw away. So 3 of my DSPs are from the card base from the kit, card bases from the kit, and they are 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And let me try to pick one up here. You'll see this is, it would have been the inside of the card, and it's going to layer up like so. So I have the rainbow, the sky, and the raindrops, and those are my DSP layers. So let me put those back where they go. And then using, of course, the sentiment trash piece, you're going to cut that to 2 3/4 by 2 7/8. You'll need to cut a 1-inch strip of old olive, and I'm going to cut with some scissors for grass. We're going to need 2 bits of scrap to make suns with the 1 3/8 inch circle punch that I have. Oh, and strips. You're going to need 3 strips of DSP, your choice. I'm using Dandy Designs, so 3 strips of DSP. Mine is Dandy Designs. They're 3/4 of an inch, at least by 3. Mine are a little longer, but at least that measurement. and we're using one of the sentiment strips. So let's get started. I was sitting here and it's taken me a while to figure out what I was going to do. And cutting those envelopes, y'all, that was like mind-boggling for me, but I got it done. We're going to do the envelope last. And we're going to start with the simple cards. These are really, really simple. I'm going to stamp a sentiment directly on top of each of these. You can see some of my pieces here. I'm going to move that up here. We're going to have one card base, and I'm just going to start. So you can get that glue started on here. Let me move that white piece out. And here is my first. Why is that like not wanting to go where I want it? So like I said, these are quick and easy. It's just a little set of 4 little note cards. Are we going? Yes. And I'm going to layer my rainbow piece up onto the mango melody. Now I'm going to get one shot at stamping this how I want to stamp it. And that's going to be directly onto my DSP design here. Where is the stamp? I'm like, okay, this one is going to say you brighten my day, and I'm going to flop it down and pick it back up just to make sure. And I'm going to choose to do all of these in black memento. Now I'm going to put my little cloud up here on this side and my little frog down here just to give me placement of where I want to place it. And it's just going to go, I'm going to get it on a grid, try to get it straight. You brighten my day. Oh my gosh. Yes, bye-bye. I love it when something works out. So next we need a sunshine to go with our little, I had little flowers for this one too, didn't I? I'm going to have to look. So let's see, I've got a piece of scrap. I need something to stamp this off onto. So we're going to use my piece of typing paper. We're going to cut that off anyways because that's the piece we're going to make our envelope with. So there's one. Like I said, we're going to need 2 of these suns. So we might as well do it now, right? Yikes, that did not work. It was too close to the edge. It's a good thing I have an extra piece. So, yeah, that needs to be cleaned off. I got ink everywhere. Not good, not good. So, bring back this. I'm going to stamp right on top of that sun. And I'm going to stick it more in the middle this time. And while we're at it, we're going to do the other one. So bring back the sun. Nope, that's not going to work. It was right over the circle. So let's put it here. There. And our sun and our mango melody is all done. Close that up. And the circle punch. So you could use dies, it's up to you. I happen to think the punch is quicker and easier. And I think it works great. And it's been kept here on my desk. So we got our sunshine. And it's going to go up here in this corner like so. Our cloud and our wee little frog. And I did say I thought I had some more little flowers. Let's see. Maybe they're in the second basket. Nope. Where's all my little tiny pieces that I have left? I have just a few. Yep, that's a frog. Well, we do have these flowers. I think we're going to go ahead and use them. I made them, and these, I'm going to put some glue right there. Do we want to put this up on dimensionals? Yes, of course we do. That's what they're there for. And there goes the cloud onto the floor, which will make it difficult to pick up with these nails. But I got it. Sounds like freezing rain outside. I know it's cold. It snowed. So there's one cloud. And this one needs the wee little dimensionals. And 2 should do it. And you'll notice the back is fresh freesia, as I used some scrap. One side of the fresh freesia from Paper Pumpkin last month was white, so I used that side to do these little flowers. And a couple for our wee little froggy man here. So 1, 2, and that is how quick and easy our first little card is. Let's get him in his envelope. We could add "You Brighten My Day" to this, shall we? If I can find it. Yes, we're going to do that right here. And you know what? We're even going to stamp that sun right there. Why not? We have it. Let's do it. So I'm going to need to keep that out. Bring back my scrap sheet here. Oh, definitely raining. So there we have it. I like that. Ah! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to set the Mango Melody aside because I'm going to need it again. Close this up, and I'm going to, well, I'm not going to put the card in the envelope. I'm going to put the envelope in the card. It's blank on the inside, but there's note card number 1 done. I'm setting it aside. We're going to move on to number 2 now. Like I said, same measurements. I can look and tell you just to remind you. Cardstock layer. This is Flirty Flamingo. Is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. The DSP, this is from the card base in the kit, is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to glue this down. You can see this was the one with the balmy blue gingham. And I felt like the raindrops went perfectly with our little, and this is a Paper Pumpkin circle I just happened to have, and I thought that would go nicely. This one is going to have the sentiment, "Friends in any kind of weather." And like I said, we are stamping directly on our cardstock, and I got it Cricut, so I do have to change this up. So I have some, this is from me cutting my card base down to the note card. Let's try this again. I'll just have to fix it. It happens, and it does happen to me quite a bit, y'all. You know this. It's just the way it goes. So because I don't know where my measurement is, DSP 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So we need it to be 2 3/4. 2 3/4. So I need to cut it here. It could be a little smaller, but no more than 2 3/4. So I need to cut it really close to get it to that mark. It's going to hang over a little bit, and I'm going to try to grab it and make it a little smaller. And it just moved. Quick, sharp, little. Y'all, you don't know how many times I would cut my thumb on this guillotine very badly. You name it, I know it has a guide, but I'm really good at cutting that. So what am I going to do? Oh, let's see what it looks like. I wanted to stick directly on there, no fuss, no muss, but that did not make it. Friends in any kind of weather. Oh, I was going to add some of this Blushing Bride twine I have. I just wanted to add something behind. We need a glue dot to start off with. Actually, we can use handy dandy friend Scotch tape, would make it stick better. So, do I want to just add a bow? What do I want to do? I'm not sure. I wanted it on the back, loopity around the outside of this. So I am going to make like so. 3 loops. I don't do this very often, but when I do get a little persnickety on. I want 3 up and 2 down. So I need to hold this and put some more Scotch tape. This one will go up on dimensionals. So there's some more Scotch tape. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to do 2 loopity loops down here. 1. Why are you being so difficult, loopity loop? I just need you to loop yourself right there. And another one right there. That's gonna do it. And snip with some scissors. And it looks a mess on the back, but you won't be able to tell. I just wanted, this one is a bit not where I would like it. So let's see if I can scoot it over. Yes, I do like that. And there's my little umbrella. I'm not crazy about friends in any kind of weather, but I do like my loopity loops. Oh, you all, I can't believe that that happened to me. What color? Flirty Flamingo. Let's see. Where is that folder? Flirty Flamingo. I have to have a scrap piece somewhere. I just need, yes. Okay. We need to make it all the way across at 3 1/4. It's gonna go, this is a fix. It's just how I get it in a 1/2 inch strip. Let's see, how big is that? Yep, that should do. Let's do 3/4 of an inch just to make sure. I can always cut it down if I have to. So this is going to go up here. This is going to come down all the way across. That works. So all the way across my boo-boo. Just adding, and it is roughly like a 1/2 inch up from the bottom will do. Just want it to be straight. And then we're going to add friends in any kind of weather, and we're going to put these on dimensionals. I'm going to use this little piece here. It'll be easier to pick up. So there's 1 piece, 2 piece, and let's get dimensionals for this. 1, 2, and right there. Pull that string out of there. I do know if you push in the center of Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, the backing does come off easier. At least it does with those. You hear that tap tap, y'all? That's my little dog, Tia. She's down here. She's probably got to go to the bathroom, but she just, ooh, I didn't get the backing off of that one. She's just going to have to wait a second. All right. Our 3 loopity loops in the left corner. I'm going to pull this one out a little bit more. I'm happy with that. And we're going to go ahead and do 1 full dimensional just because I can for our umbrella, and I want to tip our umbrella sideways. And this is note card number 2 going on its corresponding card. The more I look at the umbrella, I'm thinking it needs to get tilted the opposite way. What do y'all think? I do. It just needs to go that way. It needs to flow. Okay, so card number 2, and we have our card base, which we can stamp with the same sentiment. Hopefully we get it straight, you know, but let's hope so. Friends in any kind of weather. We do have, oh, definitely close up the ink pad before I drop something on it. We have some of these flirty flamingo dots that came in the kit. You could do the raindrops, but I think these will look better, being it's got so much flirty flamingo. We're just going to do that little triangle weird thing going on. Draw your eye. Very, very cute. Oh, okay, hold on. Where are my... We could put some raindrops on this one if I can find them quickly enough. Where are they? There are the raindrops. Why not? So we're going to do 1 here. And I think 1, yeah, 2. Raindrops are falling on my head. Yes, they're falling on my froggy's head. So, oh, so cute, huh? Love those little suckers. Those are cute. So 2 cards down. Let's get to number 3. So 3 is this one. We're going to, you see all my bits and pieces, and I'm using that double oval punch. So this is the Mango Melody gingham is on the opposite side of this sky. And I got to make sure I turn it this way. I want the sky up at the top. So this is, let's go ahead and put it on its card base. There we have it. Now we're going to need to stamp. I need a scrap piece. We're gonna do, this is pear pizzazz, by the way, and that's because I had a piece of it already done. And I'm like, oh, I can use that. I do that a lot, y'all. You know that. So this is Old Olive, very old olive pad. And yes, we are gonna stamp off. So stamp off and do our kite. Ta-da! It's that quick and easy. And then we're going to use that wee little hello, which, there it is. Need a wee little block for that little thing. So let me move this aside. Here is my little oval from the double oval punch, already punched out. And I'm just going to take that little hello, and let's see, I'm going to have my little frog on here. And then we're going to cut a flower. So we're going to stick it right there. So let's do this. This is going straight onto its oval counterpart. And dimensionals, the right size one, the wee little ones. I just had the wee little ones. There they are. We want 2 wee little ones on Mr. Frog, Freddy the Frog. Took me all this time to name him. I already named the turtle Tuttle. If any of you ever liked to watch MASH, remember Tuttle? But I had a teacher named Mrs. Tuttle. Oh, so cute. Now, these are ones that I colored and stuff, and this one didn't do so well cutting out, so I am simply going to cut that one off, and we are going to pop these 2 flowers down. As I get glue all over my glass board, that's okay. It cleans up lickety split. So this one needed the sun. Told you we needed that second sun. I needed something else in the sky besides the kite. So it's going to go like this. This is getting a dimensional. One just right there. And one in the center. No, we might as well put like 2. Don't want to do 3, would be overkill on the sun. 1 isn't enough. 2, just right. Okay, let's get our kite where we want it. Kite position first, and it's flying behind there. All right, so there's our kite. Go back to your position, Mr. Sunshine. That leaves Mr. Sun up here, and our wee little froggies. I'm gonna take my kite here, and I'm going to add a bit of glue, maybe, if the glue will come out. Yes, it does, just to keep the tail down. And then glue on our oval. Now for this one, I have these from a very past paper pumpkin kit, along with some other rhinestones I put on here. So let's see, do we want to add, we could add them all over the sun. Why not? So we're going to skip every 2 and see how that works. And I have no idea of the, maybe I should have counted first, but we're going for it. It either works or it doesn't. And it doesn't. So maybe every 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Of course, it doesn't work for me. 1, 2, 3. No, that's still every 2. So it needs to go here. 1, 2, and 3 goes here. Just trying to spread the love. There's 3. There's 3, and it's still not going to work no matter what I do. So I'm not sure what to do about that. All right, we're just going to spread them around. That's not working. So I'm just going to scatter them because I've already taken them off their position. Right here. And we can't leave you there, but we can put you up in the sun. So there is number 3. Now we're going to get, sorry about that, that was bugging me. So what, oh, we have our envelope that we already made. We need our sun to come back. I said I wasn't putting that up. There it is. We're going to stamp off. Stamp there, and we're going to go ahead and add it down here in the left corner. And we're going to put that little hello again in the sun. So that's our card, note card, and envelope number 3. Now we're going to move on to the good stuff, right? The trash piece, if you so will have called it. So we have our card base, and I have all of my little bits and pieces here. And I'm wondering, I'm thinking, hoping this fits on there. It wasn't meant to, but it's the one I wanted to put there. So on this sentiment strip, I know it was meant to have you brighten my day, but I want, before I do that, I need to make sure that I have it going in its rightful place the right way. I don't stamp it wrong. So I think it's going to look just fine. And it works. Okay. Oh, and we're going to do our envelope, but let's close that up for now. So lots of stuff here, right? That cardstock piece has not changed. These two little pieces I colored in, and you can see those in video number 8. I have 2 sets of the little flowers. I die cut our little strip, and like I said, we have, this needs to be cut to 4 1/4. I have some of those Fiskars, I don't know what kind of scissors you call these, but they're awesome. So we need to cut this down to 3 3/4. And it's right there. We're making some grass is all we're doing. And that little bit of yellow is because I thought maybe I would add some little bit of yellow grass. But you can do this with a pair of scissors. Just cut. And I'm going to show you that I do mean that. I'm going to do the end of it. So I'm just going to cut. Now what I do is I like to break up those fibers and make it more grass-like. So I wiggle it in my thumbs, and then I'm going to ball this up. I'm going to ball it up in my palm to break it up some more. Some people think I'm crazy, but I do like that it just looks really, really cute. So that is the grass done, and we want it to be, oh, it looks like it might need to be snipped a little bit more, which we can do in a minute. I'm not going to add the yellow. So let's get on with, this was a piece most people would throw away. Once again, I'm going to double check, making sure, yes, see, this is where the sentiment is going to go. So you've already seen me do one card like this. If you've seen the rest of my videos, I am going to turn it. This is my top, adding some glue here. And I'm going to start with this little piece of Dandy Designs. And I'm just going to bring it like so. Now I'm going to snip it off in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and try to glue the rest of the pieces in place. Next is going to be which is which? I'm trying to remember now which one. Okay, next is the polka dots. And then we have our flowers, and you can see it doesn't even have to be straight on the back. It just has to not show in the window below it. Oops, that is for our sentiment strip, that third piece. So the bottom piece is where we are putting our little flowers. And that 3/4 of an inch is perfect. So next we're going to flip it over and snip, snip all of those hangover pieces. There's no sponging on this piece or anything. I like the white. It ties in. That's why I left the little frog and the little flowers with a white border. So this piece is going to go right there. So add your glue to your strips. just like so, giving us our little focal point. Next, we're going to add our little border of grass here. And I'm going to do that by just adding a strip of glue. And then I know I need to cut this off at some point, but I want it going directly across the paper. I didn't get it quite to the edge and I want it on the edge, so I've got to pull it up and move it. Being a little persnickety, or I am, one of the two, but I am determined to get it right at the edge where I want it to be. There we go. Now we can turn it over and cut off that little excess that we didn't need, and you can see our little grass. Now our little flowers are gonna pop up and in. I wanted them like so. So maybe I thought, okay, grass is green and some of it's yellow. Maybe we'll add that extra border of yellow. I think we will. So 3 1/4. So that's what we need to cut this to. So, and this little strip is 3/4 of an inch. So had to add some. We're going to just add then I'm going to use my scissors for the end here. And once again, I'm going to wiggle it in my fingers and I'm going to ball it up. Now this time, because it's already loose, just gonna, let's see, bend these back a bit, because this is an afterthought, and add some glue. Not afraid of glue, it's just glue. Don't freak, it's gonna be okay. We're going to add our little second border of yellow grass. Tuck that down up into our green grass. Just adding a little bit more color. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Scrunch it up. I absolutely love this. Now, little Mr. Frog is sitting down here in the grass. So dimension, dimension, dimension. He needs to be on a dimensional. Actually, he needs 2 or 1 large one. I just am using the minis. Come off of my little frog. He's sitting here thinking how sweet this all is. Now our little flowers are going to come up. Oh my gosh. Do we want to put those on dimensional? No, I think that grass is dimensional enough. So we're going to put our little thing of flowers here, popping up, and a little thing of flowers over here. And I really could go for like 1 more flower. And you know what? That little one I cut off, let's use him. He is going to make it work. So there it is, and wishing you sunshine and smiles. And you know what? We really should get another sunshine, shouldn't we? Do I have an extra scrap piece? I do. Oops. Nope, that's an envelope. Yep, this will work. I'm not even going to look for extra paper or anything. So where is my scratch piece? I just had it. Here we go. So stamp off and give us some sun. I could use some really good sun right now in this state. Ugh, I'm tired of the snow and the cold and my feet are frozen. Have to have my heater at full blast in my stamp room. But at least I have heat. I am thankful for that. Oh, most definitely. Yes. I think the sun really has been one of the most versatile parts in this kit. It just keeps being used, and I'm surprised. It really has surprised me at just how much I have used this little sun. So we need this. I'm just going to do 2, and I'm going to pop them into their rightful place. And then we're going to glue it on our card base. So you can see how this came out of there, and it fits perfectly in there. I like it. All right. I know I get over emotional with making cards. I can't help it. It is so much fun. That little one is bugging me, but that's okay. And tuck it in. Now you could add Winkostella to these and all that good stuff, and I will. We'll do one with Winkostella. We'll do this one with Winkostella. I'll do the others off camera. Oh, and I have these we could add. Yes. Shall we? We shall. Of course we shall. We're going to put 3 down here in this little stones in the grass, little pebbles. Oh, too cute. Too cute. And we're going to do 2 up here. Come on. So darn cute. Oh. Even that one being, you know, not all flowers are perfect. We got a Winkostella Mr. Freddy the Frog, and the center of our sun needs some sparkle. So now let me show you how I made my envelopes. Let me put my little scissors away in their drawer. We're going to need the glue, but not at this moment. Scissors over there. That goes down there. Sorry, that's just the way I roll. I need my envelope punch board. And you can see, I know it's not Stampin' Ups. We're going to set that aside because we have to cut. So I'm bringing in my trimmer, and I'm going to move the Mango Melody because we're going to use it in a minute. Open up the side blade because we need to cut this to 6 7/8, and that is this mark right there before the 7. So cut that scratch paper, turn it, and cut it again. You want a square. This is recycle. So that's all there is for cutting, and this is printer paper, so do take care when scoring it. And I do find that the score tool that comes with this is much better. So the note card for the envelope, 6 7/8 by 6 7/8, punch at 2 8/16, or at least that's what, I'm not going by their directions because I didn't like it. So this is 7/8, 8/16 is then halfway. There is a mark, it's right here. There is a mark there. It's halfway between the 7/8 and the 3. You start by punching, and then you get this up here. Up next to, there's an opening here, okay? You up against the right part of the opening and score. And there is a groove here, and I'll show that to you. Now I scored gently 3 times. Gently, because you force it, you're going to tear the paper. So then you turn it to the left. Now, you don't need to worry about any more measurements, just that first one. This little arm that's sticking out, you line that up in your score line, and you punch, and you take this back to the right hand side and score. and score, and score. Now we're going to turn it again to the left, not minding any of the measurements, just this arm, and we want it lined up with our score line. And we're going to score. And we're going to score. And we're going to score one more time. I'm going to turn it for the final one. Lining the arm up into our score line we just made, and punch. And lining this up to the right, score, score, and score. Now I don't need to use the toolie here to finish this off. So start at one side, and it is so easy. You don't need a bone folder. You just need to press it and move around. You'll get those little things out. Move around. Go all the way around, folding your edges over. Now, to glue this down to make it an actual envelope you can use, just take some liquid glue, get a small bead on the bottom half, not up here at the top, fold the center part in and close. And that's all there is to it. We're going to repeat that again. So up and up to that point, fold over, and that is our envelope. And look at, I forgot to punch. Ah! So let's get this back in the envelope. So I'm going to line it up in the score line right there. I just forgot to punch is all. It's okay. It's going to survive. There we have it. It happens. And there is our envelope. And we are going to, of course, stamp our sun. Use some of that scratch pad that we just made. There is our sun. And then we are going to stamp our sentiment in the corner here. Wishing you sunshine and smiles. This could be a happy birthday. Thinking of you. You can put anything you want on the inside with the sentiments on the outside of the card. So this was card number 4, note card with its matching envelope. Let me grab them all here. This was card number 3. Card number 1 is that one. Card number 2. This one, and card number 1 was with the frog. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, y'all, is got to be my favorite. Okay, I just am saying, I'm putting it out there. This one's my favorite. It's got so much character. But those are my 4 note cards with envelopes, and we made our envelopes. I made my note cards. I took a, do I have one? No. I took a white card base and I cut it down to 3.5 by 5. It was a pure card base. I cut it down to 3.5 by 5. I made my own note cards, own envelopes. And I hope that if you have an envelope punch board and it's sitting on the shelf collecting dust, as mine was, that you bring that thing out and you give it a whirl and you try it out and you work with it and have fun creating. I love doing this so much. So I want to tell all of you, thank you for your wonderful comments. If you sent me a question and you think I haven't answered, I just got through answering all with measurements. So check the comment section of the video you had a question on. If you need more help, please contact me at aliceseraphin1969@gmail.com or contact me on Facebook. If you send a message on Facebook to friend me, please make a note that you are a YouTube subscriber so I know I'm not getting scammed. I've had my Facebook thing hacked several times. So I wish you all the very best, and I am so thankful for each and every one of you out there, and I hope you feel my passion and my excitement when I create and share my projects with you. And have a great day, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, share it, and look for more things to come. Can't wait. Bye now.